This segment is brought to you by the Campbell family.
What's up, Kansas City? I'm Serenity, and today we have poet Sara Glass, also known as MissConception. How are you doing today?
I'm good, thank you.
So tell us a little bit about your start into poetry, Sara.
I've been writing since I was a little girl. I remember singing songs and forcing my family to listen to them when I was 5, 6, 8 years old. Really started getting more into it in college when I was working on my journalism degree from KU. And I was just taking a lot of creative writing classes because it was better than Brit Lit, really, at the time. And I found that I really enjoyed writing poetry and performing it. And then I stumbled upon the 18th and Vine Blue Room scene. And right when I had graduated college and was just like blown away by the caliber of slam poetry and spoken word and performance, blending with hip hop, all of that really inspired me to move forward in this. Mostly because it was so unexpected. You know, here I am, this white Jewish girl from Johnson County, and nobody really expected me to do a whole lot. And it just felt great to be proving to myself mostly that this was something I could do and really have fun with.
So at KU, you got your degree in creative writing, right?
Journalism, actually.
Oh, journalism.
Strategic communications. So.
I don't know why I thought your degree was in creative writing.
Yeah, I did a lot of that, but mostly on the side.
Okay. So who would you say inspires you as a poet?
Well, I also have really strong roots in like the jam band scene and R&B and the hip hop community, of course. And so I always like to say that if you take Ani DeFranco and Jurassic 5 and put those two together, you get a misconception. So Ani DeFranco has just been a huge songwriter inspiration to me, and she does a lot of poetry too on her albums. Okay. And then Jurassic 5, Chali Tuna, you know, those are my two idols. You know, locally there's so much talent. I mean, I grew up watching Simeon and, you know, Glenn North cultivating this community, and really my peers inspire me more so than anyone else out there. Lawrence Ferlinghetti was a beat poet who really, I really resonated with him, so I enjoy reading his work.
Okay. So what projects are you working on right now? I know you said you have a documentary that you're working on.
Yeah, I've got some random stuff coming. Working on a documentary, I finished it. It's about my grandfather, who was a civil rights lawyer and activist in Kansas City in like the 70s and 80s, and he's still alive, and we've made a film about his little tactics and different strategies that he uses to instigate political and social change. So it's a really hot topic right now with the Office of Citizen Complaints in Kansas City and the stuff happening in Ferguson and police brutality. He's really, that was his emphasis back then, and so much of what he did is still usable now. So the screening will be April 2nd at the Uptown Arts Bar, 7 p.m.
What's the name of the documentary?
It's called The Hellraiser. That came because he used to be on a radio show called The Hellraisers with Walt Bodine.
Oh, okay.
In like the 70s. And so, yeah, April 2nd at the Uptown Arts Bar will be the first screening, and then it will be on YouTube eventually with all the deleted scenes and different stuff. So we really just want to make it accessible for people to watch and learn from.
All right. And what's his name again, just so people, if they wanted to Google him?
His name is Sid Willens. Sid Willens, yeah.
So you have a new album that you were working on, or it just came out?
It's going to be out in a few weeks, about a month. I just finished recording the skeleton of it on Friday. It's going to be called Sara-Tonin.
Oh, okay.
And it will be out. I'm having a CD release tour April 9th, 10th, and 11th. So the 9th will be in Lawrence, the 10th is a Friday, will be in Liberty at Club 906, and the 11th is going to be a real big shindig down in the West Bottoms at the Black Label Cycle. We've got a great lineup. We're also doing something fun for that, where when you come, if you're single, you get a certain color wristband. If you're taken, you get a different one. So we're just, I mean, my whole philosophy is the point of art and music is to encourage people to interact and enjoy themselves. And it's just kind of fun to be doing things that engage people. And yeah, I'm really excited about that. So that'll be at Black Label on the 11th. And I'm working with Matt Diamond.
The photographer.
And he's opening the show all 3 nights. It's the Rhythm, Rhyme, and Blues Tour. So we've
I
got
think I seen something about that.
Negros Go is going to be on there. Nicolette Page is playing Friday night. I've got a couple Lawrence people on the Lawrence bill. So hopefully, it's worth the hype.
So how many CDs do you have now?
This will be my fourth one. I have my other one sitting here. I did, my first one was a self-titled album called MissConception, which is a little more spoken word. The second one is a little bit more funky hip-hop. It's got
Let's make sure we hold them up.
Nightlife Jones is my partner in rhyme on that album, and that's called Ostentation.
Oh, this is the second one?
That's the second one, Ostentation. Okay. And Ostentation is a vulgar or loud display or a group of peacocks is the definition of ostentation. Okay. So that's the peacock imagery, just loud and crazy. And then my third album was a little bit more spiritual. It was called Saraswati, and they're all available online. If you go to my website, themissconception.com, there are links to go download or buy them. This one's free. It's on Bandcamp.
Oh, okay.
The third one's free. And then the one I'm working on, I'm going to actually release on USB drives. So for $10 you can get the new album on a 1 gig, or for $20 you can get my full compilation on a 4 gig, and you can use it. Okay. You can use the hard drive yourself. So
why are you trying to do that? Just something different, or
something a little different and maybe a little more eco-friendly, reusable, instead of spending all this money to plastic and paper. And I don't have to order 1,000 of them. Right. So I can just do it as I need it, and then it'll be released online too, so people can download it there. Right. Yeah.
So you also do stuff. You have a business called Vibe Tribe. Is that correct?
Yeah, I've been running. I started the Vibe Tribe in 2011 at Can Roxas, if you remember that, and it is an art collective. Basically of different artists, painters, writers, DJs, performers, a lot of circus arts and fire spinners.
Yeah, you do the hula hoops.
Right. Yeah, I love to play. So I'm not. Our studio just recently closed. We were at 55th and Troost for a long time, and it just wasn't plausible to keep it going. But I am going to be teaching a hula hoop class at City in Motion every Wednesday, starting April 1st.
Where's that at? Exactly?
That's on 39th and Main, right by KKFI.
Okay.
And so that's like I think it's a $10 or $12 class. It's an 8-week session, and it's hula hooping 101 for all levels, ages 8 and up. So if you have any interest, I really feel a very similar energy when I'm like hula hooping or when I'm rhyming. It's all that, connection to the earth and to yourself, and being aware and being able to like use the tools and freestyle with it. Right. It's all creativity, and so it's nice to be physically active with some of it, and it's a fun way to keep moving.
So you host a night at the Arts Bar. What night is that? I
host the Arts Bar on 4th Wednesdays at Poetic Underground. First Wednesday is a slam. Every other Wednesday of the month from 9 to 11, 12, we do an open mic there at Poetic Underground. So I'm there with Nightlife Jones every 4th Wednesday. And we usually, for our show, I like to DJ. We bring in a feature. We try and make it, unique. We call it Beatnik Freaknik. Right. That's Dougie's name for it.
You guys usually do events all around the town, like you and Doug. What's the next event you guys are doing?
I don't know that him and I per se have anything coming up. We just did a Dr. Seuss birthday bash.
I think I seen something about that. Was that for the kids?
I brought in, it was a fundraiser for Community Link, which is a homeless shelter that deals with children and helps get them going. So we gave most of the profits to that. My little brother co-hosted the show. He's 7. Aww. So it was a kid-friendly event. We had a nice turnout for that. But I'm mostly just focusing on the CD release and, trying to keep the dream alive. I work a couple jobs too, so,
yeah, I know
making money where we can.
Because you do workshops for writing as well.
I've just started working. I just got a job working for Kansas City Young Audiences. Okay. So I'll be going into schools doing some workshops.
Oh, wow.
And I was working with the American Friends Service Committee doing the If I Could Change the World spoken word youth workshops through them. Okay. So I've done a little bit of that. And, working with the kids is where it's at.
Right. I know when you were there, the Slagle thing we did where we volunteered with the
For
kids.
the poetry slam. God, they're more talented than us. It's like terrifying.
Yeah, I've been going to the LTAP stuff. Those kids, all the kids in Kansas City are really good.
Yeah.
Really good.
Well, at least we're teaching them right, I guess.
Right.
You know.
So, would you say doing poetry and hip hop is you walking your purpose in life?
I think it's the most fulfilling, you know, for me when I got done recording that album, I was just so ecstatic. And anytime you get off stage and you killed it, it's the best feeling in the world. And for somebody to come up and say to you, wow, that really touched me, thank you. Even if it's just one person, which, you know, it's been a handful over the past couple of years, and that to me is enough. So I'm at a point now in my career where, you know, I don't do it for the money, because when you do it for the money, it changes the whole intention. I do it because I love it, and there's always going to be somebody who hates it, and there's always going to be somebody who loves it, and, you know, I can't look back at this point. It's what I'm here to do. And it's fun. It should be fun.
It is. It definitely should be. So once again, tell us the CD that's coming out soon, so everybody will know.
Sure. So it's Sara-Tonin is going to be released April 9th, 10th, and 11th. I actually have my favorite track on the album. I just made a music video for it where I'll be playing with fire. So that'll be out this week, sort of a preview. That song is called Viral. And then the album will be out, second week of April. We'll be doing the CD release tour. Please come to the Black Label, Kansas City, represent.
And then tell us again about the name of the documentary.
The documentary is called The Hellraiser with Sid Willens. He's still alive. He will be at the screening April 2nd, along with Al Brooks and Rabbi Mark Levin. They'll be doing a little panel discussion afterwards where people can ask questions. I invited the mayor. I don't know if he's planning on coming.
And then also tell people how they would get in contact with you.
Sure. So you can find me online at themissconception.com. That's conception.com. That's my website. I'm also on SoundCloud, Bandcamp. You can find me on Facebook, of course. That's just Misconception. I'm on Instagram, Misconception, Twitter. Really, it's all on the website. If you check out themissconception.com. We'll take you.
Well, thank you, Sarah.
Thank you. It's really nice to sit here and talk with you. What's up, Kansas City?
Right. And I'm Serenity. I'm reminding you to spit your piece.
I'm IFBB Bikini Pro Cat Williams, and when I'm not working out in the gym, I'm searching the web on Cascade Media and What's Up Kansas City. So make sure you check them out.